We're actually at my parents' place to talk about our number one Reno regret, because this is something we're not able to achieve in our new home.
We shared the first 19 Reno regrets and we are glad to hear it was helpful to many of you, especially those who are planning for or in the midst of Reno.
We trust that today's sharing is super important and hopefully it's something you can implement if it's not too late.
Planning for your home reno and wanting to look for an ID but not sure where to begin? Home Trust can help you with that. On the main page, simply click on Get Recommendations and complete a few simple questions. Firstly, select a theme you are going for and some of the key design features you are interested to include in your new home. Next, submit details like the floor area and your budget. Finally, complete your contact information. Home Trust will matchmake you with 3 to 5 shortlisted IDs based on your preferences and requirements. It's that simple. Visit hometrust.sg now.
Without further ado, our number one Reno regret is...
Right here in our service yard beside the washer. Modern robos are already life-changing, but they just keep getting better and better.
Yes, it is shocking how fast robo technologies advanced in just 1 year. Now, some of them have the ability to be directly hooked up to a water supply and water drainage. This means that those days of homeowners having to manually empty wastewater in the dirty tank and mix in detergent and refill fresh water in the clean tank are gone, bringing convenience and laziness to an all-time high.
So, when Dreamy reached out to send us their brand new L20 Ultra, which is one of the first in the market with these new hookup capabilities, we were super excited but quickly got sad because we realized we don't have a suitable place for it. While the water hookup capabilities is optional, meaning to say that we can still use the L20 without hooking it up to a water point, it would just be a waste of its convenience prowess.
There are not many locations where you can install this in your home without having water pipes running all over the floor. The location basically needs to fulfill 4 requirements. Number 1, electrical socket. Number 2, water supply. Number 3, water drainage. And number 4, flat surface and sufficient clearance. In most homes, the only candidates are likely to be the kitchen, the service yard, or the bathrooms. Immediately in the bathrooms, you can see there's no way we can fit the robo because we don't have sockets here, and there's no space to house or integrate it with the carpentry. If you're still in the reno planning stage, you may be able to design a vanity such that the robo station can be housed underneath the countertop. But do make sure there's sufficient clearance of at least 95 cm because you will need to be able to remove the tank upwards for maintenance purposes.
Also, you will need to pull a socket into your bathroom, which may be infringing on certain electrical guidelines and is an obvious safety issue in a super wet environment. Not sure how helpful splash covers would be either, so we strongly advise against it. We did think about placing it in the hallway just outside the common bathroom, but felt that it would disrupt Miso and Nori's long runway for their zoomies. Also, we weren't sure about having pipes traversing across the bathroom floor and under the swing slide door. We found an example of how it will look like outside the bathroom in a home with similar layout. Credits to fellow Home Reno channel Live with Maniac who did exactly just that.
Do check out their review of the Dreamy L20, linked in the description box down below. Thus, we conclude the service yard is actually the best place to install it. Electricity is available and it simply shares the water input and output with your washing machine. Unfortunately for us, because we have a mortar base up until the washer, there is no flat surface for the robo. On hindsight, we should have had the mortar base end here and cater a home for the L20 using these dimensions on screen. For homeowners who are still in the planning phase, or current homeowners who did not do any carpentry works in the service yard, you are in luck.
Just like Sam's parents, so Dreamy kindly sent the L20 over to their place instead. Yes, the hookup kit includes professional on-site installation, so you do not need to worry about finding a plumber or preparing any materials. The installation was fast, free and done within 30 minutes or so.
Here's how the end product looks like. The water input is shared with the washer and the output goes into the same drainage pipe as the washer. For those who are not familiar or are still skeptical about robos, hear us out because we too started our Reno journey being anti-robo. Our minds were tainted by the inefficiencies of the olden days robos, those that do not even come with a docking station and requires lots of effort to manually clear stuff and refill stuff. Those days are over, so please don't bother getting such robos.
Yes, even if you don't intend to have the water hookup, you most definitely need to cater more space for a modern robo. A tiny gap underneath some carpentry is no longer enough. You will need an entire home for it. Here are some good examples of how you can design your carpentry around a docking station. For us, having a robo was totally an afterthought. We thought we can old school clean the house ourselves. Midway during Reno last year, Dreamy reached out to give us the L10 and we were lucky enough to find space for it next to our sofa in the living room.
To our surprise, the L10 blew our minds and forever changed our perception about the importance of robos. It still is the most useful device in our house today. 10 months in, we realized we no longer use the traditional wet mop anymore and are left with all these Scotch-Brite extra mop refills that we bought during our rental days.
See lah, who asked you hot so much?
That time got sales ma.
If anyone needs this, we have 16 to give away. Just DM us on IG. The first 8 followers who DM us will get 2 of these mop refills each, local postage included. But we ultimately still recommend you to consider getting a proper robo lah.
We digress. My parents, once also robo-skeptics, love the L20 Ultra so much. With its powerful sensors, 7000 pascals of suction power and a new high-speed dual scrub system, the L20 Ultra cleans even cleaner than us humans. Other than the optional hookup capabilities, our other favourite feature is this cool Mop Extend Precise Edge Cleaning. Most robos do not have this function, so edges and corners are often left under-cleaned. Just take a look at how precise the L20 Ultra is, right down to 2mm. Aside from walls, their intelligent algorithm also works on complex home setups, and even legs of tables and chairs.
They even detect wires and take photos of it. Even random stuff like weighing machines on the floor appears as a nice icon in the app. Super meticulous. The main manual step is perhaps to untangle long hair or pet fur in a brush from time to time and replace the 3.2 liters dust bag every few months, which is super simple to do.
We also love the ability for it to be remotely controlled, so for fellow parents, this is the perfect spy drone for your fur kids, or even normal kids. The L20 is a big improvement from the L10 and perhaps the most advanced in the market right now as of October 2023. We won't digress into the details of the L20 because there are many in-depth YouTube videos about it. You can check out Alex Teo's review. He went through a very detailed analysis and comparison with other brands, linked in the description box below.
With that, we have covered our top 20 Reno Regrets. We actually have another 30 more to share. Those were smaller regrets that we made peace with, and we may talk about it in a future episode.
Other than the ugly and the bad, we also have the good to share. There's lots of positive things we felt we did right in our reno, and are of course thankful to our ID and vendors for helping to bring our vision to life. These will also be covered in a subsequent episode on our top reno decisions.
So don't forget to subscribe to our channel, follow us on IG and Lemon8, and we'll see you soon. Bye!